we look again at this concept of completing the square, which is sometimes referred to as forming a perfect square. All right. If you haven't done so yet, I wanted to look at the example that I did earlier with the x squared plus 6x plus 3 squared. Right? This one is more general. Now, this shape, all of this, is my incomplete square. Call it that, is my incomplete square. So here, I want this to be thicker. Here, all of this height and this width is the same as this width. And this height, I'm not having my line straight enough. Let me do that part again. I want a straight line. So this height and this width means I'm forming a square, right? And this width same as this width, this height same as this height. Good, I form a square, but guess what? Right here is empty space. So I have an incomplete square and I need to complete the square. I have an imperfect square and I need to form a perfect square. Alright? Let me just get rid of these red lines. So here I have my incomplete square. It consists of a square here and two rectangles. Now you remember this thing here. You have, I don't want my lines to be this thick. You have x plus h by x plus h, and what you get is x squared plus 2hx plus 8 squared plus 8 squared, right? X squared plus 2hx plus 8 squared. When you multiply out these, you can try that. When you multiply out x plus h by x plus h, you get x squared plus 2hx plus 8 squared. Now let's concentrate on this. This x squared is the area of the square that you have inside here. Right? So the height here and the width are both x and x. Alright? Now let's concentrate on this part here. The height x is the same as this height x. The width here from here to here is the same as this width x. But how does the h part come in? Here I have h. This width is h. This rectangle is h wide. It's from here to here, which is h. Alright? Get rid of these extra lines. And this height from here to here is h. So what I have is the area of this square is x squared. The area of this rectangle is hx, and the area of this rectangle, because it says h multiplied by x, is hx. Alright? So the area of this imperfect square that I have with the little square here missing, this empty space, is x squared, which we have here, plus hx plus hx. This hx plus this hx give me 2hx. But then I need to add the h square to make a perfect square. Here now, let me use a different color for my new square. What I add is a small square here to fill in the empty space. I fill in the empty space. And I want to get rid of this little h that is here. Let me put this h up here instead. I don't want to confuse it and with anything that I'm going to write in my little square. So now I have this in green, my little square here in green. What are the dimensions? This width is h, so this width is also h. This height is h, so this height is also h. Alright, so what's the area of my rectangle here? It is h by h, which is h squared. So this h squared is what I would have added here to make a perfect square, or to complete the square. So my square is now completed. Now let's look at this part. This h, this x plus h, this height is x and this remaining height is h. So this whole height of the complete square is x plus h. Good. What is the width? From here to here is x, and from here to here is h. So from here all the way out to here is x plus h. From this corner, from this edge to this edge is x plus h, because I go across x and then I go somewhere across as h, x plus h, which is this. Alright, so it's x plus h and x plus h. And of course this now, having added this part right here, this little square completes the square because it fills in the empty space. So now after I added the h squared, I have a complete square. Therefore, generally, remember this is to help you get the concept. You wouldn't necessarily be drawing square and rectangles in exam, but what is important for you to remember is that in order to complete the square, you must add half the coefficient of x and then you square it. The coefficient of x is whatever multiplies x. What multiply x was 2h. If you have 2h, half of 2h, when you have 2h, same as dividing by 2, 2 cancels 2. So what you add here was h, half the coefficient of x, which is h, and then you square it.